The Golden State Warriors pulled off a massive win against the Milwaukee Bucks. And the most impressive part? They did it without Steph Curry. But not everything is good news for the Dubs, as Curry's physical condition is becoming a growing concern. The star point guard has been feeling the weight of carrying this team on his back, and head coach Steve Kerr decided to give him some rest against Milwaukee. According to Kerr, Steph is simply exhausted. Curry has been dealing with back soreness, a clear sign of the heavy burden he's been carrying all season. February was one of the most demanding months for him, with the highest usage rate of his season so far. He averaged an incredible 31 points per game while playing long stretches and taking a huge number of shots. But the toll has started to show. Over the last 5 games, his shooting percentage has dipped, and his performances have reflected his fatigue. Against Denver, Sacramento, and New York, he wasn't at his best, and the signs of exhaustion were evident. Without Curry, the Warriors had to dig deep against the Bucks, knowing they needed to give maximum effort on every possession. Shot creation without Steph is always a challenge, and this team's success is directly tied to him. If he isn't at full strength, their championship hopes take a serious hit. The victory over Milwaukee was impressive, but the real test will come in the playoffs, where Golden State needs Curry at his peak. Before the game, Anthony Slater reported that Curry's back issues have been bothering him recently, and the numbers back it up. In February, he played 11 games, logging his second highest minutes per month, while also attempting the most field goals of his season. His usage rate hit a staggering 34.2%, the highest in the entire NBA for that stretch. With such a high workload, his efficiency naturally suffered, and by March, his fatigue became even more noticeable. The reality is that the Warriors can't expect a 37-year-old Curry to play at an elite level every single night without any breaks. Resting him against Milwaukee was the right call, even if it cost them a game against Denver earlier in the week. The team will need to manage his minutes wisely if they want him fresh for the postseason. Even without Steph, Golden State found a way to beat a strong Milwaukee team, thanks to an all-around team effort. The defense was outstanding, holding Giannis Antetokounmpo to 0 for 6 shooting when guarded by Draymond Green. Lillard was kept in check, and the Warriors had 2 quarters where they limited the Bucks to just 17 points. Offensively, they hit 17 three-pointers and moved the ball well, registering 25 assists on 32 made baskets. Jimmy Butler stepped up in Curry's absence, delivering a clutch performance with 24 points, 8 rebounds, and 10 assists. He hit crucial shots and played aggressive defense, proving his value on both ends of the floor. Another standout was rookie Brandon Podziemski, who nailed 2 massive three-pointers in the fourth quarter. He finished with 16 points and was lights out from beyond the arc, showing why he's one of the team's most promising young players. Draymond Green's impact was undeniable, even if the box score doesn't fully reflect it. His defensive assignment on Giannis was one of the toughest in the NBA, and he delivered a masterclass in defensive positioning, hustle, and leadership. Holding the Greek Freak to 0 field goals in direct matchups is no small feat, and Draymond deserves all the credit for setting the tone defensively. The Warriors also got solid contributions from Buddy Hield, who started the game red-hot, hitting his first 4 three-point attempts. He finished with 6 rebounds and provided much-needed spacing for the offense. Moses Moody was another defensive standout, while Gary Payton too locked in on Lillard and played a key role in frustrating Milwaukee's offense. Jonathan Kuminga had a rough night, shooting just 2 for 10 from the field, but he made up for it at the free throw line, going 8 for 8. However, his struggles on offense at times disrupted the team's flow. Another player who had ups and downs was Quentin Post. While he knocked down 4 three-pointers and contributed 14 points, his defense was a weak point. He committed 5 fouls and struggled against Milwaukee's physical play, falling victim to some veteran foul-baiting tactics. Despite these challenges, the Warriors found a way to secure an 11-point win. They dominated the rebounding battle and made crucial plays down the stretch to hold off Milwaukee's late push. It was a complete turnaround from their performance against Denver, where they came out flat and lacked energy. With only 13 games left in the regular season, Golden State needs to finish strong to avoid the play-in tournament. They likely need to go 10-3 in these final games to secure a direct playoff spot. The next challenge comes against the Toronto Raptors, and the big question remains: will Steph be back and ready to lead this team to another championship run? Warriors fans, let me know. Do you believe Curry can still carry this team to a title at this stage of his career? The Warriors' win over the Bucks was an encouraging sign, but the real question is whether this level of play can be sustained in the long run, especially with Steph Curry needing rest. The team showed resilience, defensive intensity, and the ability to step up in crucial moments, but the consistency of those performances will determine their fate in the postseason. The problem is that Golden State has relied on Curry to such an extreme degree that it's difficult to imagine them making a deep playoff run unless he is at his absolute best. The fatigue he's experiencing now is a reflection of just how much he's had to carry the team. In past championship years, the Warriors had other elite scorers and playmakers to help shoulder the burden. Klay Thompson was in his prime, Draymond Green was an offensive facilitator as well as a defensive anchor, and the supporting cast was deeper. But things have changed. Klay has had his moments this season, but his production has been inconsistent, and he isn't the same two-way force he once was. Draymond remains an elite defender and playmaker, but his scoring has never been a primary weapon, meaning that the team still leans heavily on Steph to create offense. The newer generation of Warriors, including Kuminga, Podziemski, and Moody, has shown promise, but they are still developing and don't yet have the ability to take over games when Curry isn't at his best. The road ahead won't be easy, but if any team knows how to navigate these challenges, it's the Warriors. They've been through it all before, and with Curry leading the way, they always have a chance. The big question now is whether they can find the right balance between keeping their superstar fresh and staying competitive in a brutal Western Conference. If they get it right, another deep playoff run could be on the horizon. If not, they could find themselves in a difficult position, fighting just to stay in the mix. Either way, the final stretch of the season is going to be a must-watch for Warriors fans. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Dubs updates. Let's keep going. The Golden State Warriors could be on the verge of a seismic shift as rumors swirl around head coach Steve Kerr's alleged stance on Draymond Green's future with the team. A recently surfaced video has ignited speculation that Kerr no longer wants Green in the Warriors' locker room, a statement that, if true, could signal the end of an era in Golden State. With Green being a cornerstone of the franchise's championship success, the mere suggestion of his departure has sent shockwaves through the basketball world. Green, known for his fiery competitiveness and defensive prowess, has long been a polarizing figure. While his leadership and intensity have played a key role in the Warriors' dynasty, his frequent on-court altercations and recent suspensions have raised concerns about his impact on team chemistry. The rumored rift between Kerr and Green appears to stem from ongoing disciplinary issues, including his recent altercations and history of technical fouls. If Kerr has indeed lost faith in Green, it could mark a dramatic shift in the Warriors' roster strategy moving forward. The tension between the veteran forward and the franchise is not new. Green's infamous altercation with former teammate Jordan Poole, coupled with multiple suspensions over the past 2 seasons, has reportedly strained relationships within the organization. Kerr himself previously acknowledged that the Warriors' lack of trust was a key reason behind their early playoff exit in 2023, an admission that pointed directly at Green's role in the locker room dynamic. Could this latest rumor be the final nail in the coffin of Green's tenure in Golden State? If the Warriors are truly considering moving on from Green, it raises major questions about the team's direction. At 34 years old, Green remains one of the league's most versatile defenders and a vital piece of Golden State's system. However, with younger talents emerging and the team seeking ways to maximize Stephen Curry's remaining prime years, Kerr and the Warriors' front office may feel it's time to turn the page. The potential trade or buyout of Green's contract would be a franchise-altering decision with significant implications for both the Warriors and the league as a whole. For now, neither Kerr nor Green has publicly addressed the swirling speculation, leaving fans and analysts eager for clarification. As the Warriors navigate this uncertain period, one thing is clear. Whether Green stays or goes, the outcome will shape the future of Golden State's championship aspirations. The coming weeks could prove decisive in determining if this long-standing partnership has finally reached its breaking point. Stay updated exclusively with the latest Dub Nation news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep getting daily updates on the Warriors. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Your input is essential for the Dubs community. Stay tuned for the next video.